of nothing.
Well, yeah. Well, that's okay. No one watches on YouTube, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I get a few. Not live, no.
No, not live.
No, it's after the fact.
Maybe, yeah.
Sort of. Something like that. We'll fix that. Never.
We'll fix that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you.
Welcome, human. I am ready for you.
We show onboard computer synchronization.
Roger that.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Let's rock!
Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one.
Just a fact, Jack!
That's not fair. I'm a scientist. Is this moron number one? Put moron number two on the phone.
Now, funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Yeah, I know that, dude.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Sure. A monkey's my fly out of my butt.
Oh, my heart just stopped. Ah, there it goes.
Normally, sound would be coming out of my speakers right about now.
This is where you would push the play. Oh, there it is.
Of course, I pick a song with a really long fade in,
Oh, gotcha.
but it makes sense.
But monkey.
We'll fix that in post.
Fix that. See, Johnny,
Yeah.
that's why I have this.
Here's a funny thing.
Yes.
The CEO of the company I work for, there was this very important web conference, real life conference thing going on where whoever's in the building shows up in the cab, whoever's not connects to a WebEx, and they talk about why everything's awesome even though the numbers say that it's not. And he wanted
you got to work beyond the numbers.
Yeah. Right. What are the numbers telling us, and what are the numbers not telling us? But he wanted to come out to this song.
Oh, okay. So this was the bumper music for the cat.
Right. This was the bumper music to walk out and rile up the crowd.
Was he wearing the shirt?
No.
Oh.
He was dressed professionally. I don't know what you mean by the shirt.
No, from the video.
No.
They're wearing the Hawaiian-looking.
You know what?
Yacht shirt.
So here's the thing.
With hot chicks in bikinis dancing behind me.
So the day before, they're like, "Well, where are we going to get the music?" And so I was like, "Well, you got Spotify on your laptop?" I'm like, "Fuck, Spotify? What are you killing me here? I'll bring you in some files." And they're like, "Gee, I don't recognize that song until the refrain comes in." I'm like, "Well, tell you what, I can trim a little bit out the beginning and make it." Well, we can just cue it up to start at that point. I'm like, "Cue it up? I'll just trim it." Well, let's not get overly complicated here. I'm like, "Complicated?"
Dude, it's like, dude. Did you know who I am?
Do you know who I'm Mr. Johnny the Gators.
That's right. Johnny the Gators is going. I'm going to start bringing in some quad up in this bitch. Is what I'm going to do.
Well, I brought in the music video because he also wanted to go out on Hungry Like the Wolf. So I brought in the music, and I brought the music videos and said, you got all these big screens here. You're doing a slideshow. What if we bring up the video at the end for Hungry Like the Wolf? That just a little bit of fun on Friday to end this. And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. Boom, delete the file. Well, they didn't let me have any fun with it. So,
well, what happened?
You're sitting still is what happened.
Okay. We're back now.
Okay.
We're back. Hello. Check. I don't know what happened there.
You're moving again. But anyway, so this is the Dune and Bob Show, in case you were wondering.
It is the Dune and Bob Show. Yeah, it is Sunday, August 7th, 2016.
We made it this far.
Up in this house. Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping... Oh, I hope my system doesn't get... It's acting very choppy. And make it... You might as well... Yeah, I'm already going to get popped. I have every day, every single day, I get something from YouTube saying, "You're playing shit you're not supposed to play, Dune."
Every day YouTube lets you know, hey, we love you. We love what you're doing, but we're going to have to charge you for that.
Yeah, or you're not getting any money. The whole thing is, it's not like I'm getting money anyway. I'm
Yeah.
never going to make money off of this.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. That's cool. You can, you're killing me, Johnny. You didn't tell me this was going to be a beer day. I wasn't informed.
When's the last Sunday I've not had a beer during the show?
That's not the point. It doesn't say anything about beer on this piece of paper.
It's the last decent Dune brew I have in the fridge.
Oh God, that looks good too. I had
the milk stout.
I had one of those last night. I did that to compare it from. I had two of the old ones and one of the new ones. The only difference, like I said, in that one there, I actually doubled up on the milk extract, so it kind of smooths it out.
Oh, that is real smooth.
Yeah, it is smooth stuff. But hey, by the way, did you see at the bottom this? There's some secret writing here at the bottom here. Did you notice
Secret
that?
writing. Ooh, the hashtag chuckle bump with an
That's
exclamation point.
Don't know what that means.
You know, I haven't really heard from Chuckle Bump in a while.
I don't hear from her too much. I try to bait her out a little bit now and then.
Every now and then she sent me a little fun message or two on the Skype, which was always entertaining and kept me on my toes at work. But lately, not so much. So
yeah, Warhawk says, did Dune say butt monkeys? Yeah, I did. Actually, I did. Well, I did say it, but before I said it, somebody else said it. Did that make sense?
Someone has said the word butt monkeys before you said it.
Before I said it. Somewhere.
You did not invent the butt monkey.
I did not invent the butt. Yeah, I did
you just continuing on the legend of the butt monkey.
That's right. That's right.
Now, is that anything like monkey bread? You know, I walk down the freezer aisle of the grocery store.
They have monkey bread,
and there's this big box that says monkey bread on it, and it's frozen, and it's bread, which right off the bat is usually not a good start. You know, generally, if you have to freeze your bread, why?
It's like a monkey has to freeze it for you,
right? And what is there monkey in the bread, or is it bread for monkeys?
Warhawk says monkey bread's really good. I think it has something to do with the way it's put together. It's like it's all like blah. Like
they have
monkey bled. No,
they took the room full of monkeys. They took away their typewriters. They gave them the ingredients for bread, and then they froze the contents of what came out of the monkeys without their typewriters.
Yeah, it's like a cake sort of. It's like bread that you have to pull apart. It's like manual bread.
Bread,
like some animal
bread.
You know what they said? You know, that's the latest. It's the neatest thing since sliced bread. We've actually went back in time now. That screw it, we don't need sliced bread anymore.
Yeah, what's better than sliced bread? Unsliced bread.
That's right.
I mean, it reminds me of
that's like a chunk.
That reminds me of like when neighbors would make dinner for us. But I don't want to go into the details of why, because that's not an uplifting. But well, I mean, what's uplifting is that the neighbors sent us dinners, and yeah, and there was one meal that was really good, and it came with a homemade loaf of bread, and we were like, well, it's not sliced. You know, we had to get a knife and slice it up, and that was the best damn bread I ever had. Yeah. So the greatest thing since sliced bread is unsliced bread.
You know, for a while, I was going to say I kind of went through that with the bread machine. I went through that phase of making bread with the bread machine. When I was living with my parents, they had bought one, and found out real quick that there's a reason why they say to use baker's flour, because otherwise the bread is unsliceable. You know?
So you made unsliced rocks, is what you made.
No, not rocks. It's just unsliceable as you can look through it like a screen door kind of thing. That was what the problem was. It wasn't very dense.
You just take a few bites off of the end and wrap it back up and throw it back in the fridge.
Very good to put in your soup because it just kind of disappeared into the soup. But it was
kind of like a cloud.
They still have bread machines, don't they? You remember those? You put the stuff in it and you pour it all in and just close the door and
I've seen pictures of these things or advertisements for these things.
Yeah, about an hour later you start smelling bread.
I've not experienced one of these things though.
Yeah, we had one for a while. It was actually pretty cool, but you know, like anything else, it's fun for a while, then you get tired of cleaning it.
It's like my ice cream machine, you know. It's the noisiest, clunkiest thing ever. Yeah,
it's cool, but
The bowl is just enough for a little more than half a batch, so you can't get all the batter in there, but and you can't reuse the bowl. So you mix up a batch, and you got to have 2 bowls. How much is an extra bowl? Well, almost as much as a whole other second machine. So
so you might then get 2 machines. That's how you fix that.
Well, what it was is that they came out with a better model of the machine like a week after I bought that machine. So they were marking them down to clearance.
Come on, that's just normal.
That
is just normal. That's
the
like
new machine doesn't make as much noise, is what I'm thinking.
That's like the cars taxi. It's almost like watching.
That's how you know.
That's one thing I like about having an iPhone. At least it's a little more, regulated when they come out. Where the Androids are like every other week. So if you want to stay latest and greatest with an Android, dude, you better step the frick up.
I don't care about latest and greatest. Can I get my email? Can I check my tweets? I'm good.
So boring. What? It probably screws with your Pokemon game, I'm sure.
Pokemon? Do I look like the type of guy that plays? Do I look like I walk around neighborhoods looking for little invisible critters that no one else can see but me?
Well, I don't know. You do play this? You play that thing where you eat mushrooms?
If I'm going outside getting in people's ways, it's to jumpstart cars, not to catch little.
Hold my hand and say, "Thank God, there's no Pokemon in this house." As far as I know, I'm gonna check my wife's phone. I don't see her. No. I mean the game, the Pokemon game. Although they might be all over the place.
They're all over here. I think there's 3 of them on your bed right now.
Great.
You might want to send the dogs after those.
Yeah, they'll take care of them. Let's take care of those little buggers.
Simon's going to stare. If Simon starts staring at things, it could be like, there's a Pokemon over there.
Oh, I got to look at the camera and do it.
Because Simon don't put up with no shit from no one.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He's got his eyes on you.
The shit stops right here, according to Simon.
I do not trust you. I do not like you. I will keep my eyes on you. I might like you for 5 seconds while you have a treat, but as soon as I'm done with that treat, I don't like you anymore.
We're back to real time is what's happening.
These other guys here, they love you. Me, no.
You got to have that one holdout. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Simon's the holdout.
It's just like the whole crowd. You always have the crowd, even if there's crowds of people together. There's always those 2 people that don't get along. Come on,
right.
They exist. They're out there.
Yeah.
Oh well, man, long freaking week, dude. I mean, I worked 3rd shift this week, which I'm glad that's over with, and I got a week off, sort of, except for tomorrow. I'm going to my son's house to work on the floor. That's just one day.
Well, that's what you do on with your time off. You work harder on your time off than
I do work harder on that. Well, it's after that. It's like me time. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure something out. Yesterday was replace the freaking TV time. You don't realize we had like an electrical storm or something, and had the power grayed out and whatever. The older TV we had that was on the kitchen wall died, and you wouldn't have thought that would cause such a stir in this house. But let me tell you, when it
caused a stir for half the house, right?
Oh yes, and this is the half.
Oh, really?
You're probably thinking it was the other half. No,
that's what I thought.
No.
I thought Dune was sent beyond his will.
No. I
Dude was like, myself, kitchen, no TV. Oh, hell no.
Here's the whole thing. I don't understand where, you got that, the parts of your brain that function, it's sort of like breathing. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. It's like I sit down, I grab the remote. I know the TV's broke. I still grab the damn remote. It might as well, I don't know how many times I said, okay, this has to stop. So now I have to go shopping for TVs.
So this is really all about not looking like an idiot in your own kitchen holding a remote with no TV.
No, I wanted to watch TV.
Okay.
I'm just trying to rationalize buying the TV.
I see.
But you know what? You'll be proud of me for the people out there. I was very calm, cool, and collected. I was, because first of all, I didn't go the guy route on the TV where the guy measures the TV and go, well, the TV's this big. Well,
you measure the wall.
Why would you replace it with the same size TV? That would be just stupid.
Yeah, how many extra inches do you have on that wall?
Right.
What could you?
You measure the wall. You subtract 1/4 inch. That's the TV you put on the wall.
That's
usually the way it works. Now, for the whole thing, money wise, I was like, okay, this is the upstairs TV. I don't need to spend a lot of money on this. So I was I shopped around, I looked around, I would end up going to Best Buy and buying a cheap, same size TV.
You know what, dude?
Put it up. No frills, no Netflix, no this, no that.
You know what? You're doing it wrong. Here's what you really should have done, doing. And you're going to be kicked.
I thought you would be supportive, Johnny. I really did.
Fuck that! As soon as I sell out on the place, I'm getting a damn big ass smart TV. Hey, I'm making money now.
I feel bad now.
Can't take it with you.
This time I was doing it wrong.
No. Let me here. You're going to be kicking yourself when I tell you what a great idea you have here.
Okay.
The TV that you're using in like your living room or wherever, your main TV.
Yes.
You bring that into the kitchen.
Well, that's what happened the last time. That's how the TV got up there in the first place.
Right.
That TV was downstairs.
And then you buy the biggest, smartest, 4K-est TV you find for the living room.
I have to say, I did think about that. I didn't go that route, though. Just because, yeah, that would have been kind of...
No, you know what? In all reality, it depends on my situation and you know, time of the month, time of the day, whatever.
It was like $260.
You did good.
It was $260. It wasn't very much, which is really funny because it's a 43-inch that I bought. You know, they do the funny thing with the math, and I think the other one was the 42-inch that I replaced it with. But when I bought that 42-inch one at the time, that was like $800 when I bought that stupid thing.
You know, I paid $600 for my 42-inch,
yeah.
and now you get. That's why I'm like, you know, I think I need to get a bigger, better TV because I could get a bigger, better TV than what I currently have for much less than I paid for that TV.
It's amazing what the prices. What's really funny, I noticed there are certain places, there are certain jumps. You know, you can go from the 20 to 30, and you hit a certain point, and then it really like escalates in money.
Yeah. You want to stop somewhere around the 50 mark. I think.
I was going to say like the 50 to 60 mark, then you start really doubling up.
Yeah, that's
like that.
and that's probably
the whole 4K thing. I don't have Blu-ray to push that.
I don't really need 4K, but you know, whatever.
Well, someday I'll have it. But
the thing is, I could go.
Hey, the happy part is that there's a TV now and it works.
But I'm gonna, you know, I'm working on possibly moving before I buy a bigger TV because I
the TV.
My lease is up at the end of September, so I got to give a month's notice. So by the end of this month, I got to line something up if I want to get out of here. Because you don't give notice and
have
then
you started
find a place.
scoping out an area yet or anything like that?
I've scoped out some things, and I'm going to start talking to people this week. The thing is I've been seeing the same apartments listed for weeks now, and the listings say not going to last. And I'm thinking, well,
before they've lasted, then.
I'm like, do you not think people are like watching? I see this ain't moving. And so I'm wondering what the deal is. I guess I'll find out when I see it in person. But before I get there, I got to sort out my cars. We got stories about trains and cars.
I was going to say we got trains, we got F-bombs flying everywhere. We got people almost getting unfriended.
Hey, well, you know, your guy said a stupid thing. He said a stupid thing. He even admitted he said a stupid thing.
At least he says honest stupid things. I'll take that. I'll at least take honesty for stupidity.
You know what? And these things have nothing to do with policy. And, you know, that's not going to change your opinion on policy. You like his policy better than you like the other person's policy. And
I also like that he says what he means what he says what he means. That, to me, is the breath of fresh air.
Okay,
at least there's a person, even if he has some stupid things, at least he'll say it.
Well,
he doesn't lie about it. God, the fucking lying.
You know what? I like that too because now I know that I do dislike him because he's saying all the things and I don't like them, but he's saying exactly what he thinks. So it makes it easy for you, makes it easy for me.
I don't see why you don't like it.
I'm curious your opinion on the whole baby thing, though.
What baby thing? I guess I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a mother with a baby in an audience where he's speaking, and the baby's crying, and the mother's kind of like trying to shush the baby, and Trump acts very human for a little while, and it's like, hey, that's okay. Don't worry about the baby. Hey, I love it. It's healthy, and that's all I can ask for. No, really, don't worry. And you think, what a touching moment this is that Trump was really nice about this, and then a few minutes later, I was just kidding. You can get the baby out of here. And then goes on and goes, she thought I was serious. She thought she didn't get it. It did not come off like a joke when he was saying that.
I don't know. I have to see because I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I don't see how, of all the stuff I've watched, I'll have to.
I mean, it's not relevant to policy, so I'm not trying to suggest that, but it is something that was talked about.
So he doesn't kiss babies? Is that makes him a bad person?
Well, it was just kind of a jackass move to, the way he did it. I mean, he said one thing and then suddenly flip-flop. Let's see if I can find the video footage, because I mean, I'm not even exaggerating this.
You're not going to show me something all chopped up, are you? With him wearing 2 different suits.
No. But
Don't worry about that baby. I love babies. So.
wait.
I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Oh,
baby.
I love how it opens up like multiple
Actually, I was
instances
only
of
kidding.
this.
You can get the baby out
No.
of here.
Don't
Don't worry about that baby.
I don't want the loop version.
There's no way that came on top of each other like that.
No, that is edited, and I'm trying to stop it so I can play the whole thing. But it keeps repeating. I keep hitting the mute button, and it keeps repeating anyway. So thank you, CNN.
Baby, I love babies. So. Actually, I was only kidding. You can get
But it wasn't quite that back to back, but that was within the same speech.
Did they show a picture of the lady by chance?
I did not see a picture of the lady.
I would like to see a picture of her too.
The camera didn't turn.
Well, I'd like to know, because that could be relevant.
I mean, it's not relevant to policy, but
It is if she's holding if she's wearing a "fuck Trump" shirt or something like that.
I mean, it could be.
Then maybe she squeezed the kid, made it cry.
Bank in the world is a tenant of mine in New York. The biggest in the world, a Chinese bank. Don't worry about that baby. I love babies. So, I love babies. I hear that baby crying. I like it. What a baby. What a beautiful baby. Don't worry. The mom's running around like, don't worry about it, you know. It's young and beautiful and healthy, and that's what we want. Okay. But look. We have the...
Now, there is an edit there.
Now,
so
why is there a cut, Johnny?
I don't...
No, you know what? You
because,
come back when you have the full thing.
Dune, this is showing the relevant parts.
No.
I will be honest here and tell you I don't know how much time passed. But it's not like we're taking little short snippets here.
No, there's something cut out there until I see that part. Because I noticed it didn't get much traction, because I watch the news all the time. I didn't see it on there.
Well, it was all over the late night circuit.
Well, of course it would on the late night circuit, because that's where you get your news from, Johnny.
But here I'm just going to roll the rest of this, acknowledging that I don't know what happened in between, but it's not like it's short snippets.
We have the piggy bank. They have ripped us to shreds. Ripped us absolutely to shreds. Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here. That's all right. Don't worry. I think she really believed me that I love having a baby crying while I'm speaking. That's okay. People don't understand. That's okay.
I just
I'd sure like to know the rest.
It was a total reversal of what he said earlier, though. I mean,
I think it's one of those things too. It's almost like, it's like in church. If a baby's crying, you don't just stay there and let the baby cry.
Generally, churches do have crying rooms that you go to.
You wouldn't do that.
But,
if it's like a restaurant. Most decent people would take
but you
somebody
know what?
outside.
At least once in my lifetime, I was at a mass where a priest actually said, I hate those things, those crying rooms. Just let them be out here with us.
I was going to say, I've been just the opposite. I've been at masses where they've said, get that kid out of here into a crying room.
There are some, priests are people too. Some people have, priorities. Get the kid out of here, you're distracting.
But regardless, at least the guy's honest. I'll take that. I'll take honesty. At least I know what I'm dealing with.
But
as
he totally.
But
that was a flip flop.
Lie, and then talk about lies.
Is he okay with the baby being out in here or not? I'm okay with it until it gets too distracting.
I'm thinking he would have assumed, though, a decent person would take that out of the room. That's what I would.
Which is what she was doing before he commented, no, it's okay, don't worry.
No, you're not showing how much time passed there, my friend. That's the difference.
In between? Or
yes.
Because
how much time between
the reason Trump started saying that, though, was because the mother was kind of freaking out. And he was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. He didn't say, don't worry about it for 5 minutes. He said, don't worry about it.
Like I said, you would expect somebody to be decent and not just let a kid cry.
I would expect a guy to keep to his word.
No, this kills me. You're worried about that as a person keeping their word.
If a Democrat did this, dude. If a Democrat did this,
Johnny, look who you're talking about. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not.
Look who you're talking about. You're talking about a baby here, and we're national security. Lie about lie, and then lie about the lies. Are you trying to compare that?
I'm talking about one incident.
Are you serious?
I'm not saying this has anything.
Oh my God!
From the start,
I'm just sitting there going, now it's like now you
from the start, dude. I said this has nothing to do with policy, and we're not even going to change each other's minds on policy.
You finally have your going. Like, ha! I've got him. Trump told a lie. All right, now
I'm not saying I got you. This is
all the lies of the other people's.
Yeah,
cool.
you know what? No one's going to remember this come election day. I'll admit that.
Now they're all. Now
I was just curious your opinion on this. I was just curious your opinion.
I would like to know more about how much time elapsed, and I also would say if I was in somewhere where somebody was speaking and I had a crying baby, I would take myself the fuck out of there because I'm a decent person. I would not interrupt shit like that. You know, it'd be like somebody getting married. No, you get out. You leave. Don't ruin it for everybody else. I hate people that do that. It's like being in a restaurant and having kids going just screaming the frickin' crazy. That is not cool. That is not cool. And I know you and your parents wouldn't have put up with it. They'd have hauled you out of there. They'd have hauled me out of there. I guarantee you. That's my point.
Okay.
That's my point. But I'm glad you have your one now.
I would have preferred he'd been consistent from the start there, though. I mean, here's the thing.
I'm so glad.
Here's the thing, though, is that
we can look back on this
when you see the first part, you think, what a nice guy. How nice he is that, because obviously this mother's having a difficult time dealing with a crying baby, and he's showing a little compassion, like, it's okay. You came to see me speak. I can deal with a crying baby. I mean, mother's one of the toughest job there is. And then, I don't know how many minutes later.
Venison
for all we know, it could have been an hour.
Venison points and laugh. Venison, you don't even know. I got my finger right here, mother.
His finger. You don't have to hover. You're already unfollowing him.
No. Unfollowing is one thing. Unfollowing is one thing. I can go steps further. There are other steps I can take. I can make it to where his name will not show up anywhere in my feed. Period. You can tweet all you want and retweet.
So Venison could change his description to proudly blocked by 5
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? I can even go one step further. I can say, you know what? I'll find out what TBRN's address is. Boom. Blocked at the Dune residence. Even though I love listening to radio. I love listening to shows on TBRN.
Now, does that block people's retweets of him? Like, if I retweet Venison,
yes,
you won't see my retweet of him.
I won't see it. Gone.
So I'll have to copy and paste his retweets. You're hovering your finger.
I'm hovering the finger.
Well, think about this, Dune. If you didn't hover and you went to unfollow, you would have missed all that train fun on Friday.
I would have missed all that train.
You would have missed all that, caps locks, F-bombs at the Massachusetts MBTA, whatever MBTA stands for, basically the Massachusetts train people.
It sounds like something sexual, but we're not going to go there.
I don't know. No, that's DVDA. But anyways.
And why do you know that?
Well, because that's the most highest paid sex act in the industry. Double, you get the DVDA.
Oh, my God.
That's a whole lot of dicks in one person.
That's made too many weenies in one place.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, actually.
There's your tweet.
That is something I have not video searched for on Bing.
There you go.
So I don't know how you get 4 guys around one woman and get them all in. But supposedly this exists.
Logistically, I don't even know.
Who are these 4 dudes? Because I'm thinking, what dude goes, yeah, sure, get 3 other dudes around me and let's...
you got to keep in mind, from the early days of the Dune and Bob show, Bob, the original Bob, referred to that as, there's way too much chance of a ball slap.
Exactly.
And that right there was his deciding factor.
Well, this is why
if there's any chance of a ball slap, pop, no.
Well,
you got to give him credit for.
I think this is part of the reason why it's the most highly paid sex act. But anyways,
it's the reason why I will have a $250 TV in my house there.
This is just something out of a movie called Orgasmo, I believe was the name of the movie. It was great, made by the people that made South Park.
Wealth of
Oh, it was a great movie. The best part was Chota Boy. He wore this helmet with like a dildo flopping around on the top of it.
Oh my God!
He was the sidekick superhero. You know, the sidekick to the
Oh, that's
superhero.
funny.
Orgasmo was a superhero. Chota Boy was a sidekick with the floppy dildo on top of his
What
helmet.
do I have to do the creepy Orgasmo voice?
It was great.
I don't know if Orgasmo talks like Orgasmo. I'm Orgasmo.
I forget how he talks,
I
but
don't think he talks like I might think like that or something like that.
it's a great movie. I highly recommend it. Not sure you would watch it with Mrs.
I'm not hovering on the buy it now on that one.
No.
There's no hovering going on that.
No hovering going on there.
No.
Okay, but anyway, so I
planes, trains, and FUs.
I had to go into work early on Friday for the whole
cars,
meeting.
Trains, and FUs.
Cars, trains. So I had to go in early work on Friday for the whole conference WebEx thing that I was partly responsible for making sure that the technical end happened right. And which we got in there way early so that it'd be smooth sailing, nothing to worry about, and no problems. And of course, the USB cable breaks.
Of course.
And speaking of USB cables, we've
broken
got
USB cables.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Hoverboy. What's up?
I don't know, man. Your choice of movies.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. You've not seen that one?
He may have to send that to you on Do they have it on VHS, John?
I don't think it's not fucked up enough for him.
I watched a little bit of it. Mm-hmm. I watched a little bit of it, and I went somewhere else. Didn't hold the interest that long.
No, it was hilarious. The guy is a Mormon, and they somehow convince him to star in this porn, they get him to do this by promising that he won't have to actually have any sex during the film because they'll bring in the stunt cock whenever it gets to that part of the scene. But he still has to do things leading up to that, which is making him all kinds of uncomfortable.
Wow, it's really funny. You have to wonder if there's people that just go, oh, you're not being fair, because it's like if it's 4 girls and 1 dude, we're going like, yeah. Okay, that's kind of.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
but the 4 guys and 1 girl are like, hey, whoa, no,
stunt cock.
Yeah, that is
stunt cock.
Now we're going a little too far.
No, because that brings up a memory from another movie called Anytime, Any Place, and they had to bring in a stunt cock.
Venison likes movies that involve stunt cocks, is what I'm hearing here.
There's your tweet for you too.
Man, he kept banging her for like 6 hours. She's like, lifts her up a little bit. She just collapses on the bed and passes out. He says, "Okay, later."
I'm so glad if somebody's tuned into the Dune and Bob Show the very first time, they now know that it's all about porn. or as Johnny says, TFing.
No. This was a movie about people making a porn. It itself wasn't a porn. It was about a porn.
Talk about it now because they're talking about banning porn. So get all of it you can.
What's it? The day porn's outlawed on the Outlaws House porn?
I've got plenty of reserve porn saved in my hard drives. I'm set.
He's good.
You light this place up, I'm good for at least.
There's been enough trends that really you could just cycle stuff through. You just have to figure out what the trends are, and then you could because you got the 70s, you got the 80s, the 90s, and then it all reverts back again and starts all over.
Oh yeah, so you're what I'm looking for.
You're good to go. You're good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go. So anyway, so okay, Venison, you're still safe.
Yeah, I'm still looking for Hot Dallas Nights. That was one of my favorite movies.
Hot Dallas Nights.
I remember I went looking through. There were VHS tapes that were not kept out in the open.
I wonder if I could do a Google search for box of porn.
And I remember I go into my this tower to look at what's hiding in here, and I find a nice VHS copy of Showgirls, and I'm like, oh my god, I am so gonna watch this. I wasn't that impressed. Wasn't that good. I was very disappointed in Showgirls.
Well, that's the one with the girl from what was the show? What was the
Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, Saved by the Bell.
Right. Yeah, wasn't that impressed.
They picked the wrong girl though. Of all the girls, they picked the non-hottest girl.
Yeah, they picked the non. I never wanted to see her naked.
Oh, Kelly wouldn't do that though. Have you seen her? Oh my, she's still smoking hot. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Now she's the one they should have got, but she would have never done it. But,
No, she would have never done that.
No, they got
Are
the
you
one
kidding me?
that shouldn't have done it. Is what
Yeah,
they did.
I got the one that never understood. Never mind.
Yeah, so but I was like, but Showgirls had like a reputation, and then I put it in. And I'm like, well, this sucks. It's like
I think the best part of that wasn't Burt Reynolds in that one.
I don't remember. I wasn't
I
paying attention to that.
I thought he was the creepy old guy in it.
I just kept fast forwarding looking for Titty, and there wasn't any that was really worth seeing.
She never showed up. Oh, that's not a person's name, is it? You were talking. You were talking now, and I was thinking.
I was wrong kind of improper noun, not a proper noun.
Not a proper noun. There
not
we
a
go.
proper noun. No, but so anyways, so I
back to the car. Let's get to the car thing.
No, I got to take the train to get to my car.
You get the train to the car.
So I leave work an hour early because I got one in an hour early, and I get to the train station. And the way I walk in, I come right out to where the trains are. So usually by the time I get there, like 5 minutes before my train's going to leave, so I just walk around, look for the board with my train on it, and walk in. None of the boards are displaying my train. Oh, great. There's probably a fucking delay or something. So let me walk in the station, look at the board. Sure enough, delayed TBA. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this fucking train? Why is it always, none of the other lines are delayed. Always my line is the one that's delayed.
Of course.
And my line's like the most important fucking line. I'm riding part of the Northeast Corridor here. It's not like this is some unimportant little rinky-dink line out to nowhere. It's like, maintain your fucking shit, people. I don't, God. Pisses me off. And then I noticed that there's another train that's like delayed. There's an Amtrak train heading down south that's delayed quite a bit. And I'm like, well, this doesn't look good. And I noticed that there's 3 incoming trains going back at least an hour that are Amtrak trains also delayed. I'm like, oh no, what the fuck is up with the Northeast Corridor? Something major's gone down. But about like 10 minutes after the train was supposed to leave, they start boarding a train. So I'm like, well, hopefully they've fucking cleared this shit up and can get us the fuck out of here now. I get in, and the conductor comes on there, go, well, we got a problem with a line down, and we got to wait for some incoming trains if they're going to let us go out, so I apologize in advance. Our commute probably going to be a little slow. Well, we get out 2 stops, and the train comes to a stop. And basically, the conductor's like, I don't know when we're going to move. We're waiting for 2 or 3 incoming trains, and then maybe, And we're waiting. No trains. Now, mind you, there's 2 tracks. Generally, one to go out, one to come in. When one track goes down, you figure that they could actually route these trains using the one track in a timely manner. I don't know what the hell these dispatchers are doing.
What do you think? There's some big giant that picks the train up like we used to as a kid and moves them over or something?
Well, I think
I'm kidding.
Maybe what they did somewhere down the line.
I'm thinking,
the cars going the other way. That's what caused the delay.
They just need to alternate and take turns. But I don't know what the hell's going on because there's like 5 trains lined up alongside of us at this point, waiting for these incoming trains. They're taking this sweet ass time to get the fuck in. Meanwhile, this has been going on for we're sitting not moving for an hour, and it's like, how the fuck long does it take to get a damn line up?
It would be nice to know what it was. I mean, because I know how that stuff.
Well,
works.
I know exactly what it was.
It's like watching water boil, kind of thing.
I know exactly what it was because a fucking hour later, which I think my tweets shamed them into letting our train go sooner than they wanted to.
Listen, we've got to get this train moving because Johnny's pissed.
Yeah,
and we don't like it when he's pissed. He could proudly block us too.
Yeah,
or the other way around.
They could proudly block me too.
That's right.
But anyway, so we go, and we get to the next station, and sure enough, there's a line dangling down on the other side of the track. There's 3, count them, 3 rail workers in orange vests standing around, laughing, having a good old time, joking around, leaning up against them. I tweeted a picture of this to the MBTA going, well, I'm glad to see you're on top of the problem.
You got your best guys on it.
Yeah. They had it's like, could you at least, I just sat still for an hour because of this jackassery. Could you at least try to look busy?
You have all those guys up there, and you got Julio and Gomez down there with the sledgehammers doing the work. It's probably what's going
No one.
on down
There was no one doing any work. There was just a line dangling, 3 guys laughing it up. It's like, could you, even if you're waiting for a part to come in, could you at least? I just sat an hour. At least look like you're trying to fix the problem. At least look like it. Give me that illusion that you care about this. You know?
Hold the walkie-talkie up and then point at a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Make me think there's a chance you're actually working.
I think I remember that there was a really funny story one time about
Boy, you're demanding.
It was somewhere on an airplane that there was a mechanic that anytime he worked on an airplane, if he ever had to go in the airplane, he always took this 24-inch huge crescent wrench with him. Everywhere he went. He said it's just the look of this massively stupid sized wrench, walking into a plane. It's like, what is he going to do with that? What part on this plane is he going to adjust with that wrench? That's going to let us take
the
off.
head of the unruly passenger,
That
obviously.
could be. Yeah, I was going to say, you. Shut up, baby. Crack. There we go. We've come full circle now.
Okay, at least Dune's not hitting babies over the head with wrenches, so we got that going for him.
The views of Dune are not that. We don't do that.
No.
No, we don't want to do that because they might hit back.
Yeah, throw them off the plane.
Yeah, throw them off the plane, but
So-
they might kick back.
So as if that wasn't, so I was off to a great start as far as transportation and weekends goes. So I get I get home. Now, mind you, I wanted to watch the Olympic opening ceremonies. Normally, I do my grocery shopping on Friday night, but I did not have time to do both. Now, if I got home early, I would have had time to do grocery shopping before the Olympic ceremonies. But that fucking I got home later than I normally do. I left an hour early. I got home later than I normally do.
Why'd I laugh?
I don't know.
I'm not basking in your unhappiness, by the way.
No, hey, as humans,
that was a supportive laugh.
We love it when other people suffer. That's just human
it's
nature.
Funny now. It's funny now. That's what it is. Oh, it's
so,
funny now.
So Saturday morning, I go out to my car, put the key in, turn it, click, 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 click. It's not supposed to click. It's supposed to start, but my car's just clicking.
Let's click more vroom.
Yeah, and so luckily I have a second car. Of course, the problem is that I have the main plates on it, which the registration ran out last month. I have the current registration and the Massachusetts plates, which I have fallen out of my window of time to get the inspection sticker. So I need to. So it's like, do I drive with the out of registration main plates, which is out of jurisdiction? So what do the Massachusetts police care? Or do I put the Massachusetts plates on with current registration and have them pull me over for the inspection
views
sticker?
of Johnny are not that of Dune. Please do not come and arrest me. I'm not his friend. Thank you.
I figured the Massachusetts police would care less about the expired main registration than the Massachusetts
I'm thinking so.
inspection sticker.
I'm thinking when you start swapping tags around.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you're lucky. You're going to get stopped in the smallest town with one cop.
See, I just
and his
need
name
to
is Ed, and his cousin's name is Joe, and he's the judge.
I just need to get down the street to the grocery store. That is all I need to do, is just down the street to the grocery store. But if I put the current plates on, which is what I'm really supposed to have on, I don't have an inspection sticker, and I could easily get stopped for that. Whereas the they look at the main
You're just
plates.
like skirting the law. I like that. Johnny's living on the edge.
I had a plan, and then my car go click 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 through the plan into chaos. So it's it's drive on the expired registration, out of state registration, drive without an inspection sticker, or don't get groceries.
I got an idea.
Yeah,
we can test this theory right now, live on the air. You ready?
Okay.
Venison, what would you do?
I'd already done it.
And how did that work for you?
How did that work out for you? By the way, I don't know if you've realized it, but we've actually started using that as a to figure things out.
What would venison do?
What would venison do? We did. We've actually. Sometimes that served us well.
Here's the thing. I only did it once, and it was out of state expired registration. See, what venison should have done was found himself a pair of Maine license plates. The New Jersey police wouldn't have cared about those. Hell,
Oh, he could have sent
Do you have any idea how many Maine license plates I have sitting here right next to me right now?
He's got the collection there, man.
Yeah, but were they valid?
Does it matter in New Jersey? Do New Jersey
Yes.
care whether your Maine license plates are valid or not?
Oh, yes. Because that's how I got caught. You know, they had the automatic scanners running.
I see what you're saying.
But you were wearing you had out of registration Jersey plates. You were in jurisdiction. You're not in the jurisdiction of Maine. So out of expired Maine plates,
if it comes back as expired or bad, they pull you over. Period.
How long ago was that, Venison? Quite a while ago.
Yeah, that was the last trip.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, because what Venison's referring to, I don't know if people actually realize this, and we're a little slow here in Kansas, but now they have that here, where they have police cars that on the back of the police car, there are these cameras that point in 3 different directions, and that's what they do is they scan license plates. That's all they do, and that thing, I mean, literally, they just drive down the street and it, bing, you know.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. There's people that actually, because I know the like that Parking Wars show. I don't know if it's actually still on anymore, but they had something like that where they drive along. They just drive down the street and just scan. Ding! There, we got one. And they'd pull over and ticket the person. And some people were mad because they said it was an infringement of privacy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know what? I have to probably think it's not, because I mean, the worst case scenario. I mean, if
what are they writing up tickets for?
Well, illegal tags, expired tags, and also people who had unpaid parking tickets in that case.
Well, what does it matter if you have expired tags on a parked vehicle?
Oh no! The expired tag part was for the policeman driving around with the scanners.
Oh, okay,
the police have scanners on theirs now.
You're talking about people, but the parked cars was parking tickets.
The parking was strictly tickets. If you owed money for a parking ticket, they would pull over. And this was the van, like the van.
Well, who's running this operation though? Who's scanning these tags for the unpaid park tickets?
Whoever the meter people were. And they were booting. They had a big van full of boots.
Whose money is funding this operation?
I'd have to. I mean, I don't.
Because this is the type of thing where some kind of third-party contractor, there's some kind of kickbacks on the fines.
I don't think so, because I think on those Parking Wars shows, I think those are actual city workers. I know what you're saying. There are places that.
So that's our tax dollars at work.
That's our tax dollars at work. Yes, booting cars. They put the boot. That's what they do. Is they bing, they get the hit, and they go and put a boot on the car,
which causes someone to be unable to get to work and be a productive member of society.
Yeah, it's sort of like when you write a hot check, and then they go ahead and charge you an extra $50 that they already know you don't have.
Right. Yeah. This is a great system. What could go wrong?
System. Yeah. But that's what it was. Yeah. And then the bad part is when they show the people trying to go get their cars out of impound. That in itself is crazy.
It's criminal what they do to enforce these things. And
there was, I have to tell you,
you can't afford to be poor. There
was one time I watched. I don't watch it very often. There was one time I actually had caught this one episode where these people went to go pick up their car, and to pick up your car at this place, you have to have the current registration and proof of insurance to get your car out. And these people came in and they had an insurance card, and the guy behind the counter said, "This card's expired. You need your new one." And it's like they're like 20 minutes to where the place closes, and they're like, "Holy crap!" So they're scrambling around trying to get a new one faxed to them or something. They ended up getting it, taking it in there. No, this is still the old one. This is no good, and they're freaking out because now they're not going to be able to get their car. And one of the girls that just with the guy there, and it being kind of surly behind the counter, she's sitting there, she's looking, she goes, "Wait a second." She goes, "This expires at the end of the month." And he said, no, that means, and the guy was reading it wrong. He was reading it as it expired at the first part of the month. And she goes, "No, it expires on the 31st. It says right here, whatever." Right. And all it's like, it gets real quiet, and then a supervisor's called, and he grabs it, he goes, "Yeah, this is good for another 28 days." And I'm sitting there going like, oh, it's going to go down now. But the difference was it was the wrong. It was these people were actually the ones that were being denied their car weren't the kind of people that would have went nuclear like some people would have. And I thought, man,
they didn't go all Dune on them.
If they could have had Fred Sanford there or something. Oh yeah, it'd have been on. It'd have been like that's where the guy goes and he goes and pawns the car off and buys the tank and then comes back and then comes back later. But that was one of the episodes I saw with it. I thought, oh my god.
Anyways, I successfully
almost down the impound lot to just say, I'm just here to get my things out of the car. Here's bill of sale. It's yours. I can't afford this shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Anyway, so I got to the grocery store and back with my expired tags without getting pulled over because they were Maine tags. What the fuck do Massachusetts care? But you know what? I wonder if that would have shown up. Maybe I would have been better off driving without the inspection sticker because I'm going to have to drive to the inspection station without the inspection sticker. But once again, that's down the road. If I get stopped, it's like, dude, I literally am going.
Yeah.
Follow me to the Could you follow me to the inspection station? You know,
I think you look honest. You don't look too shifty.
Now, thank you.
I think I think I'd let Johnny slide.
So anyways, I figure, okay, now I got to deal with my car. Is it a bad battery or here? Because here's the thing, and I think this is what happened. My check engine light came on some months ago. And it was because I didn't tighten the gas cap tight enough. And I found this out by buying one of those little dongle things that you put on to the where you could there and you sync it up with your smartphone. Phone, yeah. And then I saw
your ODB port.
Right, ODB port with the phone, and I saw, okay, that code means, something about evaporative emissions or whatever. Typically, it means you have it could mean a bad gas cap or your gas cap, or it's off. And the thing is that once you do that, the light stays on until you clear it, whether or not it's still a problem. So I clear the light never came back on. This was months ago. So I just one time didn't tighten the cap enough or something.
Finally, if I say the newer cars now, they actually will say, check for loose gas cap as a message.
That's nice.
Which is nice compared to what it used to be. It's like, dude, you better get this in and get it looked at.
Yeah.
And of course, the guy goes in there and goes, oh, this could be so many different things. And they got the guy with the 24-inch monkey wrench under your hood.
Yeah. You know how many things we're going to have to tweak with this wrench?
That's right. We're going to have to tweak a lot of stuff, and it's not going to be cheap, my friend.
Yeah, these wrenches don't come cheap.
That's right.
So anyways, I cleared that, and the thing is I remembered this is all Video Vamp's fault, because when I went and visited Video Vamp out there in Albuquerque, he was flying down the highway. You ever had if you ever visit him, you have to experience this once. Being a passenger in his car at night with the techno music going, flying down the highway like there's no tomorrow. And he just passes everyone left and right. Half the other drivers on the road are drunk, so you're weaving around them. It is an experience. But while he's doing this, what is he doing? Staring intently at the road? No. He's showing off the fancy things he could do with the iPhone that's synced up to the port that he put in his,
oh my God!
And he's like, look at it. It can detect this and it can detect that.
Go wrong?
And you know what? I survived. I survived this.
I guess technically he's not texting and driving though.
No, he's not texting. He's just doing everything else you can do on your phone, but
except texting. That's right.
And so I was like, well, you know what? Now I have one of these devices. I got to play around with this and see what I could do while driving. And, I got a few dials to come up and show me some things I didn't care about. And so the thing is when you do that, you just kind of leave the thing on the port. And I remember one day I was down the shore. I bring up my phone looking for a Wi-Fi spot. And I see, oh, well, heck, even when my car is off, it's broadcasting that I could connect to my car. And I didn't think about that. Now, mind you, I was driving my car every day, long trips, so my battery was getting well charged. Ever since I got this job, my car leaves the driveway like once on the weekend to go to the grocery store and back. Yeah, that's about it. So my battery's not getting fully charged constantly, and this dongle's been sitting on there draining the battery to broadcast a Wi-Fi signal to the neighborhood to, hey, connect to Johnny's car and check out his check engine light. And so I think that may have, over the past month, slowly drained my battery.
Yeah,
That's
there's
my-
somebody that's actually connected to it going like, oh, check it out. This is
So-
awesome.
So I took that and the fact that I have the USB cable adapter plugged into the cigarette lighter that's lit up blue all the time when it's plugged in, even when you turn the car off. So
Little things like that.
little things like so. I pulled those things out. I figured, well, before I replace the battery, let's try jump starting the car, charging the battery, and see if it holds a charge. Maybe I just drained it. Oops, my bad. The thing is that I park, head first into the parking spot up to the house, and so I have to get the car out of its parking spot into the road in order to be able to pull my other car up to it and jump start it. Now I live on a little side street that I could sit outside and there might be one car that goes by an hour, if that, except for when I want to actually do something in the middle of that road. Then all of a sudden, I swear there's like 5 people just sitting around the corner just waiting for me to try to do something so they can all come one after the other
They're all there 2 ways going like, all right, he's got his hood up.
Yeah.
Initiate drive down the road. All right.
Right.
One of those things.
Although I forgot, before I get to that, have you ever tried to shift a car into neutral, a modern car into neutral without starting it lately? They have these new safety
It requires
features.
a screwdriver, yes.
Yeah, it requires a screwdriver. As in, let's go to the grocery store and get a bottle of vodka because I'm going to need to drink to cope with this.
They're not supposed to be that difficult. You're just supposed to pry the little door up, stick the screwdriver in there, and it releases the pin.
Well, first of all, my screwdrivers are up in my room. Why? I just want to shift the thing. So I go into the room, I get my screwdriver. My screwdriver is one of these universal screwdrivers, so I don't have a long. And I go and look at what screwdrivers my grandmother left for me in the back of the car, and they're all big screwdrivers, so they won't fit in this little hole. So I can't. I'm trying to find. So I'm jamming a key into this hole. That doesn't fit. And finally, when I get something and I jam in the hole, the thing still don't want to go. I had to do a little coaxing to finally. There, I'm in fucking neutral. It was. Why is it so hard to get into neutral?
It happens that way.
So I got the car into neutral. Now here's the thing, is that I don't know what the car is going to do once I take the parking brake off. I don't know if the power steering, the power brakes require actually running, or if I am setting a death trap in motion that there's no way to stop. So me and Kristen are sitting... So me and Kristen are sitting in the car. Now, the obvious first choice would be that the manly man goes out and pushes the car, and
the brakes will still work.
And
Anyway,
the wife would deal with the steering and the brakes. On the other hand, I got visions of Kristen crashing in this death trap that I'm setting loose. So I did not feel comfortable leaving her behind the steering wheel. So
the thought of you just going, bye, honey, she disappears down the driveway
with my car.
Yeah.
And of course,
and her that look like I'm going to haunt you forever.
And the 5 cars that are waiting for me to not want anything happening on the road come around the corner right as Kristen careens uncontrollably into the road. So I thought, you know what? I'd rather put myself in harm's way than you. And I'm kind of on an incline, so you should be able to just give it a little nudge, and that should give me enough momentum to just kind of steer out in the road, block off the neighbor's driveway for just a few minutes to jumpstart the car, and we'll be fine. So I look like an ass sending my wife out to push the car, for starters.
Yeah.
Here's this guy.
I was about to mention that.
So yes, I look like an ass, but really,
you guys shouldn't have like the neighbor's baby. She could have went and grabbed and held in one arm. What a great picture.
But I was doing what I felt was the safest thing for my wife.
We got you.
So she gives a little nudge. The car starts moving. I start steering, and you pull a little hard. You get the steering wheel to turn, and just as I'm starting to get to the road, 2 cars come around, and another car comes the other way. It's like, seriously? Like I said, I could go an hour without seeing a car go by this little small side street. There's no reason for any car to need to drive
We're
here
gonna have to
ever.
get you a walkie-talkie that those guys use. Then you'll know when they're coming.
So I have to brake just in the middle of this turn. And the car comes to a stop, but at this point I've lost my momentum, and we're not getting the car started again. But I was back out just enough that I was able to drive the other car up to it and block off all my the other people even live in this building's cars. So we're blocking everyone to jumpstart this car. Luckily, no one actually came out like, dude, I have to go to the grocery store like right
that'll
now.
be the next thing. Yeah, those 5 guys on the street were all going to the grocery store together, by the way.
Yeah,
and you're screwing the pooch.
And of course, I get into the other car to drive it up to our car, and just as I'm doing that, another 3 cars come around the corner. I swear, they're out there waiting for me. Yeah. Okay, but I get the car driven up there. There's enough room that cars can go around here. I get my jumper cables, positive, negative. Start the car. My car starts right up. Okay. Get the cable off. Get the cable away. I let my and just as I'm trying to move the older car back into its parking spot out of the way, another 3 fucking cars come around the corner. It's like, dude, I just need to back up across the street. Come on. And of course, every time a car comes, even though there's plenty of room, they all act like, what's this going on here? Move along. Nothing to.
Nothing to see here.
Kristen gets into my car, pulls back into the spot. I get into the older car, back up into the spot across the street there in the shade because someone's going to look at the windshield later today, which that's another story. So, okay, all right, we're good. And I decide, you know what, though? We're going to sit here like, 10, 20 minutes or whatever, let the car run to get a good charge on the battery. I really ought to turn the car around so it's, pointing out. So that way, if I come back here tomorrow morning and the car still hasn't held a charge, it's easy to jumpstart it if I need to for any reason. I may as well turn the car around while it's running so it's easy to jumpstart. I'm like, okay, I got this. All I got to do is back out of the spot into the side street, drive up to the stop sign because I'm in a corner, and then back into my spot. So,
what could go wrong?
Back out of the spot, drive up to the stop sign. Car comes flying around the corner, right behind me. Now I want the car to go around me because it's a little side street and go. So I immediately what came to mind was I should signal to the car behind me to go around me by putting on my flashers. Now I could have put the car into reverse and put on my backup lights, but I
don't think you should do that.
No.
That could require people shooting back.
Because then they'll be like, "What's going on here?" And I don't want to. I want my path to be clear before I put the car into a mode that is going to move that. So I put on my flashers. The car pulls up closer to me, meaning that the car now has to back up if it's going to go around me. I'm like, so I start yelling out the window.
You're doing the arm out the window thing,
Go around. Kristen is watching this, so I yell out the window, and I didn't yell out of anger. I yelled out of projecting my voice so this jackass could hear me. I'm backing up. And Kristen's words were, the guy was taken aback at my yelling at him.
Hey,
she came up and goes,
crazy white guy in the car in front of me.
And she came up and she's like, yeah, he's trying to back. And the guy's like, I didn't see any backup lights on. She's like, yeah, just go around him. I'm like, go around, go.
Well, you've already had a bad day. You were probably a little on the edge. I'm guessing you might have.
He's going around. Another car turns in. Another car comes. But finally, I get in the reverse back into the spot, and we're good. Oh.
You almost went the Australia route. Just go all the way around. All the way around. Just keep going, and you'll boom, back on the other side.
I suppose I could have made a few turns and taken a roundabout route, but I just wanted to back up into my parking spot. It's right there.
Well, this happens to you every day.
Yes. Why? Like I said, I don't live on a busy road. I am not on a busy road. The rest of the day, not another car went by the rest of the time we were standing out there. Not another car. Only when I tried to get out into the road.
That's because you pissed off the fate.
Now we got to know: is the ordeal over, or do you still have to replace the battery though?
Today, I am happy to say I went out to the car, put the key in, started right up, took a drive across town to Best Buy, to buy a iTunes gift card for my dad. Went back out in the parking lot, started right up. So I think my theory was true. I think having that dongle on the thing was draining the battery.
Well, if you have something with the light turned on, it's definitely going to run it down.
Yeah. So I think it was just because when I was driving every day, a 45-minute commute each way, that was, charging my battery to be able to handle that. But when it's sitting every week and you just do a little 10-minute drive once a week, your battery's not getting a full charge if something's draining it. I think that's what happened.
So you're good to go.
I'm good, but I am happy to say that my grandmother did buy a new battery 3 years and 1 month ago, which came with a 3-year warranty. But she sprang for the 3-year extended warranty, which I believe is an extension to the initial 3 years. So I still have another 3 years warranty on this battery.
So you're good to go.
So
life is good. The trains and the trains and the traffic is just hideous around your house.
Hopefully hopefully they fix that damn line.
Or drive and operating systems.
Now, do you don't have to drive to a train? How do you get to the train from your house to the train? You just walk,
it's a 10-minute walk to the train station.
Okay.
The house shakes every time a train goes by.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not kidding about that.
Oh, I fully believe it. I mean, there's nothing.
It's
wrong
like an
with
earthquake goes by every hour. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put that cherry fog right on the edge of that table?
No, that's
right,
staying.
I'm pointing right
it's
there.
Dune, this is a precious commodity. It's the last one in existence in the world.
Oh God!
I'm saving that for something special.
Day with you.
That's Vanessa. We talked about this last night. I said, I was saying I wish he lived in California because maybe the Earth would open up and swallow it. But I said, with my luck, that thing will get swallowed, but not break. In like
1,000 years from now.
1,000 years from now, they're going to find this and go, wow, we have found the one surviving beer from 1,000 years ago. But that's the one.
They'll think that this is representative of what people drank in our time.
And I said the sad thing is you're going to have people
because it's buried in mud, it's still good.
Well, we'll have, because they have, 80s nights here and stuff like that where they do the nostalgia thing. People are going to start remaking this crap and drinking it. And it's like,
it's got to be the store brand cherry extract.
That's right. It's got to
dump the whole bottle in there.
It doesn't taste like cough syrup. They might just go ahead and they might just assume it has cough syrup in it.
Yeah, it could be.
They probably would. They just say, well, what you do is you make beer. And then you pour cough syrup into it. That's what you.
Well, hey, then you should put cocaine in Coca-Cola. That's probably what they'll think.
Yeah,
happiness is just a flaming moe away.
Well, I think, I was going to say, I don't know, but the whole thing is, I guess if you drank enough of them, you wouldn't care. But we'll never know that.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Because you dumped them all down the drain.
Dumped them all. The fishes now are...
You know what you do? By dumping them all down the drain, you just raised the value of mine to be, it's the last one in existence.
It is the last one. And the last one.
It's rare. It's a rare, one-of-a-kind beer right now.
Get somebody to bump old Dune off and make it worth a lot of money or something.
I have a one-of-a-kind beer in my fridge. You can't get anywhere else.
That's right.
And you never be able to find another one.
That's right. It's gone.
I'm saving that for something special.
Yep. I'd have to. I
like what?
Like something that starts with tell and ends in thon.
Yeah, something basically where there's a bet lost.
Yeah,
that's what Johnny's waiting on. When the bet is lost, Johnny breaks out the fog.
Yeah, I had 2 of them, and I drank one on a lost bet I made with myself of trying to beat World 1 of Mario Brothers with the Power Glove.
The other one's interesting. I need to clip that part because Johnny and I are doing the taste test of it. We're both going like, yeah, well. There was a lot of single word answers going on there.
Yeah.
And I said,
I tried to be a little complimentary, like it's not that bad. It's okay. I could drink this, and I was just being nice.
You were being nice, and Dune wasn't being so nice. I was going like, no. this is not getting finished.
Well, you were nice by saying, well, this makes an okay third beer, which
I was thinking maybe for a third beer, but you know what? Later on, it never even made that far. I was like, no, don't.
Not even for a third beer.
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to pour medicine down the sink, but I did. That's sorry. Sorry if the
the local wildlife is walking around in a jagged line.
Yeah. That's right. You know what? Our birds are drunk, but they don't cough. we got that going for us here in Kansas.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. They're happy. They're happy
Anyways.
birds, but they don't cough.
Anyways, everyone should take a moment that is listening right now. All of you, I'd like you to go to nhbradio.com/TAH. And you'll see that I've put a new poll up on the official insert sound clip. I I just messed that up, didn't I?
Insert something or...
I don't know. I was going to insert something.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
We'll fix this in post. Anyway, so if you go to nhgradio.com/TAH, because I was too lazy to get a new path made, that is the official show page for... Oh, wow, that's going to be loud. Official show page for...
Insert title here.
And I put a new...
Insert title here.
Poll up on the page. What kind of a show would you like to listen to? Because I'm giving some serious thought about... I've been doing the
insert title here
show for a while now, and we might be starting to find some kind of a groove, but I'm not 100% sure of it, and I have some ideas of directions
You're not totally groovy yet.
Yeah, actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about that for quite some time.
Okay, well, you have just as much of a vote as anyone else. So if you go to the poll, the question is, what kind of a show would you like to listen to? Option 1. Keep the current format. Johnny and Brian talk whatever the first hour, and Tech talk the second hour. Second option, more tech and gaming talk. Add video capture to better demonstrate the pie tweaking discussions. Option 3, less tech talk. I don't care about pie projects. Option 4.
Exactly.
Option 4, a return to the amateur hour / suburban homeboys format. Recruit more hosts. A free-for-all clusterfuck.
There you go. That was actually the most successful.
Well, yeah, but everyone disappeared. I can't get anyone to come back. Option 5, I don't care. I never listen to Gators anyways. Option 6, I don't care. I always listen to Gators whatever he does. Option 7, other. Email j_guitars@yahoo.com with details if you select
If you select this one, because I'm the last cat with a Yahoo email ever. There we go.
Everyone knows that email address.
I don't know. The whole thing, I kind of like this one and that one.
This one and that one?
Well, I guess the amateur hour was still, I don't want to. You're not going to fire Brian, are you?
No, I wouldn't. Brian was a part of the whole amateur hour thing towards the end.
I guess he was.
A suburban homeboy.
I just didn't want you to have to make that phone call, dude. We have to let you go.
No. If I try to return to amateur hour suburban homeboys, first of all, we'll make try to figure out how. Venison's been calling in for the second half.
Well, you know what? Technically, insert title here means it could be that title.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could change the name of the show. I mean, really.
Insert title here.
Is kind of a placeholder. It doesn't have to be permanent. I don't know. Right now, there's only been one vote, and the one vote has been for keeping the current format. So I think Brian found my link. But
it's not fair that I will vote without people looking.
I just saw you do that.
Well. Actually, I want to see the result. I want to see the results also.
Okay. So anyways,
there is a neck and neck situation going on.
Here's the problem though, is that Mars doesn't want to do the show, and Mars has told me multiple times that he would call in, and he never calls in. So the days of Mars co-hosting is over, and he's welcome to co-host. He's welcome to be a part of any show I do, but he won't. He's totally.
He's like all busy and such now.
I'm actually really hurt because I thought we were pretty good friends, and he never calls me back. He barely talks to me anymore.
Out drinking coffee with strangers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he tweets about what great.
Maybe it's a California thing. Maybe
I don't know. Yeah, now that I'm not a California resident,
I never thought about that. He might not be.
Fuck you, masshole. I don't. Which.
Because back when you were living in California, he used to interact with me a whole lot more during the 5-Hit show. Now it's just I have to rhyme tweets to him.
Yeah,
to get him to react to things.
So really, you could all vote for return to amateur hour suburban homeboys, but it's going to take some time to get back to that because I never actively try to recruit people. They just showed up, and right now, no one's showing up.
It reminds me of High Fidelity.
everyone's welcome to show up on Mondays. Right now, the reason why I'm doing this show is because this was the option I had with me. And it was, I figured I may as well take advantage of the opportunity to do something different. Out of everyone I did the shows with, Brian was the one that was like, yeah, let's do a show. And what was his idea? Let's talk about pie projects. And I was working on pie projects too, so I'm like, hey, all right, this is something different. So, yeah, it's different. And not every Venison seems to not be digging it from what he's saying here. But right now, it's what I have available to me. Now, like I said, I'm open to trying different things. And there have been talks about possible other streams being involved, possibly, and maybe some kind of 4-week trial someplace, So if I can get some retweets to get to that crowd that I might be coming to, if you're listening, Damon or Liam, if you could retweet that poll.
I was sleeping during that show, so I didn't get to hear the whole thing.
No, there was a private conversation. There was no show.
I woke up later on. Well, they were talking about it because I woke up later on and my ears were burning.
Oh, they talked about it. So this is already public that I've emailed them and said, hey, I'd like to bring the show there and see if we can grow it.
No, not exactly that. No, I was paraphrasing some other things.
Some other things. So what were you paraphrasing?
NHP, huh?
Well, no, he was talking. It had to do with. How'd they say? They said they go. We'll get Gators over here. We'll get Dune over here because what it was they were poking fun. They were poking fun at the new guys that are coming on the NHB station.
Which the timing of that is quite interesting.
Which timing?
Well, because we'll talk off air.
We'll have to talk off air.
I've already mentioned emails I'm sending.
Okay, I didn't know anything about that. I didn't.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about too.
Me, Liam, and Damon have exchanged a few emails, and there's just some things we're discussing, and they did drop your name, but that I don't represent you, so I didn't talk about that.
There we go.
That's all I'm saying.
John, yeah, you're not handling Dune's accounts.
No. I only emailed them handling my account. They asked about your accounts, and it's more like, well, I could deliver a message, but that's like I said. Well, this is not a conversation for here right now.
Gotcha. Well, no, that's good.
Yeah.
We'll fix that in post.
But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the show, and there might be some changes if I can figure out what people want or if anyone actually cares. So I'm hoping like Damon and Liam can retweet that because I'd be curious what the people who listen to their stream think about my show or anything I could do for a show.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets rough. It does when you don't have. It's like I said. If you weren't around, I wouldn't be able to do this show either.
I have no intent of leaving this show.
Now, that's because that was one of the nice things. I did get to read some of the tweets afterwards, and somebody did say some nice things. They said that they like to listen to you and I on the show because we have good interaction when I'm not talking F-bombs. When things when Venison hasn't got me wound up, or something like that. Let's say I got a little testy on Venison the other day. He was like 2 minutes late going on the air. I was like, "Hey, what the hell?
Why are you not on the air pissing me off?"
I was like, it's 3:03. Come on.
Technical problems.
Yeah, he's having to take care of issues. But I thought, man, I'm turned into
that line. You know what it is? The person whose Wi-Fi signal Venison was leeching off of for all those years, that person's now retaliating and leeching off of Venison's Wi-Fi signal. I think so.
Well, the whole thing is there was. Listen, I have to tell you, and I wish I could get a copy of this because I was listening to Venison on one of his shows, and I've never seen anybody tiptoe any more than my life. He was referring to how he had to call the Verizon tech support. And you have to start to think about the magnitude of issues we're talking about here. That Venison, the cat next door, is calling the Verizon tech support because this shit ain't working that he's borrowing from the cat. I'm going like, and you were very diplomatic about it. You were very...
He did not mention his actual names. The Verizon people.
No. He's a listener.
All kinds of alarms go off when his name's mentioned.
That's right. They're like whoop whoop. That's right. They were like shut down grid 7, 12, and 9.
So how would you like to set up that payment plan for the $10,000 you owe us there?
Now, I actually did call him.
But you did. I like the way you were being very diplomatic. I'm just going to use that term. He was like,
Yeah, I actually did call him, and we did tell him the situation and all the other good stuff because they had to get that crap fixed. But when all was said and done, they couldn't find the problem.
You didn't drop your name. Do you know who I am?
No, but I had to give him my number.
Oh, there we go.
You know what would be great? They send a tech out. Venison goes over next door, pretends like he's like a concerned
Just
neighbor.
happens to be hanging on the porch.
Doesn't say where he lives, and watch the tech be like, well, you got to watch out for that guy next door. We've been having problems with him leeching off of people's signals.
Do you know this guy next
It's
door?
probably him.
Yeah, this guy next door, he owes us a lot of money.
He owes us a lot of money.
We
He's
will
been
cut
leeching.
you in.
Everyone in this neighborhood's been complaining about this guy leeching off of their signal. You got to watch out for him. And
everybody else's password is.
Why do you have an extension cord going to that house?
Yeah.
Why?
Pay no attention to that cord. You're like, Jedi mind trick. That's not the cord you're looking for.
Yes. No. He's not the problem.
No, that's not an extension cord.
That's not an extension cord. That's
actually, I think you'd be safer with the extension cord and think it's a cable cord because then it would get ugly.
That's running to the surveillance camera. We're keeping tabs on him.
Yeah, that's right. We're keeping tabs on the guy over there.
That's a change for the dog.
There we go.
There we go.
I never thought about it. Yeah, don't pull that. There's a dog on the other end of that. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand, sir. Step away from the cord. Oh, gosh.
So anyways, I got to talk about batteries.
Which kind of battery? Different kind of battery, or
now mind you, my bathroom scale I bought I bought that scale when I lived in Maine the first time. So that scale is older than 10 years old, and a few months ago the original battery died in it. So those button cell batteries will last quite a number of years.
What was in there? I was going to see a lot of those 9 volters.
It was a 2032 button cell battery. And so I've not been weighing myself for months, and and Atkins, who's that dude? Never heard of him.
I'm much like you, where I need to reshake Atkins' hand. I'm not out of control, but
yeah, when I was working,
I know where the street is.
See, when I was working for Analog, they had a salad bar at their caf. So I was eating chef salad for lunch every day. Kristen always made me meat and veggies for dinner every night, and I was snacking on some salty nuts,
cheese, and all that stuff,
and cheese and pepperoni. And I was just cheating on the weekends with some of the beer.
Yourself, by the way.
Hey, get your hands off my nuts, Dune. Those are mine.
You can have them.
Thank you. These are mine. Mine. You can't have them.
I don't want your nuts.
Don't touch my nuts.
Hashtag don't want Johnny's nuts. There's your clip.
There we go.
There's your clip for you.
So anyways, so I was just cheating a little on the weekend, so I was maintaining very well. Now I started working this job. Now on the one hand, I have a 10-minute walk to the train station, a 15-minute walk from the train station to the office. So that's so round trip. That's 50 minutes of walking every day. So that's good. On the other hand, this office, they bring in different eateries.
Taco Tuesday's a bitch at that place.
They bring in different local establishments to serve lunches. It's a different place that comes in every day. It's this subscription service where they contract out to local restaurants to kind of come in and serve lunch for the day. And so there's something different for lunch, and there's always carbs in those meals. There's
absolutely. It's because carbs are cheap.
There's no carb-free option on these. There's plenty of veggie options, but no carb-free option, really. I'd have to go to some effort or bring my lunch again if I wanted to. So I just been like, fuck it, I'm eating what they're serving. And plus they offer all the free bananas you want, which is when you find out that the Monday...
are carb-laden like a bitch, too.
And Monday bananas suck, because Monday they bring in the fresh green bananas. It's not until like Wednesday that the bananas start to get good. But, free bananas, so I'm eating lots of bananas, and I'm finding out the lovely effects that have on me. They have free candy dishes filled with Hershey's miniatures that they keep refilling.
Oompa Loompas work at this place or what? Come on.
Yeah, and I'm at the point... And hot summer day, it's getting to the point where I'm, pushing my cart down the grocery, the frozen food aisle on a Friday night, and Kristen picks up a pint of the Ben and Jerry's, and I'm like, fuck it, I am so not dieting. I may as well just grab a pint of that for myself.
Sure, why not?
Why not? So I have been.
Now you completely glossed over, Beer Friday, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been drinking beer on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. So yeah, it is Carb City up here in this bizatch.
That's right.
Yeah,
so
man, what kind of place do you work at? The best I've ever seen in my job was coffee and donuts, and that's it.
They have these coffee machines with a digital touch panel that grind.
He's a coffee snob now.
The thing on top has coffee beans in the containers that it grounds the coffee for the cup it brews for you on demand.
Johnny just hasn't found the button that it jerks you off while it makes the coffee.
It's kind of like
what he's looking for.
This place isn't a startup, but it's kind of like working at a startup. They have the type of perks that like a startup type of place would have. So this is I'm working a pretty good job here.
Not quite Google, but close.
Not quite Google. They don't have a barber that comes in, but they're talking about that.
There you go.
Which would be nice. But anyways, yeah. So that's so I was really so while I was at the Best Buy shopping for a micro SD card to play around with Raspberry Pi stuff, possibly kick off a new project on the show and actually capture it to make it more interesting if I get votes in that direction. And iTunes gift card for Dad for birthday coming up. I was like, all right, let's see if they got the button cell batteries. And sure enough, they have a pack of 2032. They only come in packs of 6.
Really?
Every other button cell battery comes in packs of 2 or 3, but the 203, the one I need, comes in the 6-pack.
Wow.
Mind you, the original battery lasted over 10 years.
Oh, so you are good to go.
So do you really think I'm going to know where the hell I put that pack of 5 spare batteries in 10 years from now?
There's got to be some way that we can figure out what else these things go to. There must be something.
Oh, watches. Who wears a watch anymore?
You could be the battery king of the world.
So if someone needs a 2032 battery and lives around Attleboro, Massachusetts, I could hook you up with one because I sure as hell am not going to use them. 10 years from now, this pack's going to be long gone. No way in hell I'm going to find it.
You'll find it at move number 4.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I remember these things now.
By then, best used by 5 years ago is what it's going to be. So 10 years from now, that battery dies, I'm going to have to buy another pack of 6 to use one and lose the other 5. That's how they get you. The man is keeping us down by packaging these batteries in packs of 6.
That's right. It's like, I got this perfect idea. It's the same cat that figured out if he takes 3 olives out of every jar. Also figured out that we'll sell them by the 6s.
Yeah, we'll sell them by the 6s. That's exactly. Ugh.
That's right.
So
next thing you know, he's cutting the Visine bottle in half.
So anyways,
upping the price of that 55-gallon drum. Fucker.
Back when I was doing the whole cheating on the weekend thing, mind you, the lowest I got my weight to was somewhere between 200 and 210, somewhere in the 20 single digits was the lowest I ever got it to. And I basically, when I was fluctuating back and forth, my goal was to stay in the 2 teens. I could stay in the 2 teens really easily. So it was, if I was over 220, that was where I was like, okay, it's time to,
hunker down. That's
hunker
right.
down.
That's right.
Well, you know what? I changed the battery in the scale. I closed the bathroom door. I took off my pants and everything else and got on the scale. I am still in the 2 teens, 218. I thought for sure it was going to be how much over 220 have I gone because I have just completely. So you know what?
Maybe this bad boy's broken. No, it's working fine.
So all the walking every day has really helped offset increasing my banana and chocolate intake. So I could still easily stay in the 2 teens. But after the summer, I probably will hunker down a bit and try to see if I could get down under 200.
It's just so hard. That's the way it is for me. It's like, oh God. Because I love all that food that's so bad for you.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
But oh well, Although,
come on.
No Taco Tuesday over at Dune's place.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I was still doing tacos when I was doing Atkins. I just didn't actually serve them on shells. I just, all
the taco guts. Yeah, those are great.
Put a bunch of ground beef on my plate, sprinkle some salsa, tomatoes, lettuce, and cheese on top of it. Grab a fork in there. You know what? A few weeks ago, I was like, fuck it, I want some shells.
That's right.
And oh my God, does that make all the difference in the world? I forgot how awesome taco shells. They weren't even Dorito shells. They're still the best damn taco shells I ever had.
That's the best cracker you ever had in your life.
Oh,
That's
yes.
Right. It's funny how that works.
It is. That is.
No, I still haven't broken track. I still haven't had Taco Bell in a long time.
So
there was a time I was eating an unhealthy amount of Taco Bell.
Well, you know what? If you're going to hunker down soon, why don't you go out for Taco Bell sometime before you start that hunker down?
Yeah, I don't know.
Get it out of your system while you can, and then hunker down.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
It's like Taco Bell on Tuesday, Cheesecake Factory on Wednesday, good to go.
Diet on Thursday.
Yeah. Saturday the 5-hit show comes around. Oh, God.
Anyways, so now that I had these 5 batteries, I remembered, oh my, that's right. Every time I turn on my mixing board, I have to reset all the pannings and everything. It doesn't take that type of battery. I don't know what it takes, but I pulled up the instruction manual. It basically says, do not change the battery yourself. Go to an authorized Yamaha dealer to change this battery for you. So, I'm going to have to say, fuck that, get the screwdriver out and dig into this thing.
Well, I was going to say, you could probably go online and find a video of somebody doing it. Actually, mine...
I haven't. I went online. I found...
Mine can hinge open right now in front of me, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm just saying I could actually do that and look. I had to open mine up to fix that ground problem. I never actually got it completely put back together.
I did some looking, and people were asking about this, and people were answering with "I don't know," and one person answered with, "Well, sure, you probably could do it yourself if you want to risk damaging thousands of dollars board for a few $1 battery." It's a
well, it can't be that big of a deal. It can't.
It can't be. It's just that it's a very expensive board. Do you want to risk it? That's the tone that the post took. That's the tone I'm taking.
It's like mine, because mine is the older version of what you have, and I'm kind of at that point where I would love to have a new one, but I don't want to buy a new one. That's
I'm at the point where I don't. You know what? I think I understand where Damon was coming from. I don't need this fancy board. I don't need all the. I kind of miss my old Behringer. I could do things that I can't do on
Yeah,
this.
That's the whole point. I probably would not buy another. And believe me, I've loved this one. The Yamaha, they're great.
Yeah, the thing is, I can't sell it because it's not really mine, and I don't think anyone wants it back either.
Oh, you can send it this way. I'll gladly take it.
I need to think about that before I really. I talk about wanting to get something simpler, but I need to think about, do I really want to give this up?
Well, the whole thing is to do what I want to do. There's one called Presonus. That probably is the closest, because what I don't want to do, I do not want to have to go back to external effects. I do not want to have an external compressor and an external gate. I don't want to go down that road because it's a pain in the butt. I want all that stuff built in, and to get what I need and do it right, because it just sucks that we've come to the point now where back in the old days everything was ran through mono sends, so you didn't care. Well, now everything's in stereo. We have the capability to do shows in stereo like this over the YouTube and over the different things. Now Skype hasn't stepped up stereo.
Now you use mono sends, but you could pan those mono sends or mono returns in your stereo
It's just not the same
field.
thing, though. It's just not the same thing. I mean, being absolutely able to send true stereo sound and receive it is a huge thing. It's just becoming more normal.
Right.
And to do it right, with the Personas, the one I need is about. I think it's around $1,400, something like that. And that's a lot of money.
You could fit a TV in every room in that house there.
For that much, yeah. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to throw down for a mixer. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I just figure I'll use this one until it dies.
You're talking about keeping things simple, man. All I need is just a mixer inside the computer and a creative card. I'm good to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can do it that way. It's just things have changed so much. I mean, there's so much going on now.
Now, Dune, have you retweeted that link to the poll?
Oh, was I supposed to?
Everyone should. I want the word to get out.
Oh, well then, you know what? I didn't even bring up my Twitter.
Because only one other vote has come in, and I think I know who voted.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, I'm not Twitter up either.
And if someone has access to the NHB radio account.
Yes, absolutely. Somebody, I know somebody who can take care of that.
Cool. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill your momentum there. I just
no. I didn't even realize. I thought I didn't have my Twitter open. I'd forgotten all about that. I was too busy.
Hovering.
I was too busy hovering. That's right. Last night I figured out that I've alienated a guy named Dune.
Yeah, he's not happy. Now the thing is,
happy. Well, I didn't realize. I went back and started looking through things. He's gotten lots of tweets from me. There's a bunch of them. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. If you do, yeah. And I think it finally came to a head, and he wasn't too happy about that. So, and he looks pissed if you look at the picture.
Yeah, he looks like a type of guy that gets pissed.
He looks like a type of guy you don't want to piss off, and he's already.
No, you don't want to piss off a guy on a horse, for starters.
No, well, his picture, he's got the crazy eyes picture.
Yeah, he's got the crazy eye cartoon picture. He's got the horse banner, riding a horse banner on his page. So yeah, he is. Don't mess with that dude.
Now, when did you send that? Was that before the angry tweets or after?
I think I sent that yesterday after angry tweets. Was that yesterday or today? No, today. I sent that today, actually.
Zach, may read select. I remember. No, that's not it. We had an Oldsmobile. No, that's not it.
Let's see.
Please. Oh, there it is. Right there. And retweet. Boom. Got it. Got it.
I got a retweet. Cool.
There we go. That's that one.
And what's great is I'd like to say a special thank you to Stop and Shop for stocking the cumin spot in their spice aisle with cinnamon. Thank you for that. That was great. I go to make tacos. I go grab the cumin, and I got to put 1.5 teaspoons of cumin in with my taco meat, and I get a half a teaspoon, and there's like still some left in the bottom, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to fill up the 1 teaspoon. So I'm like, all right, let me grab the brand new bottle of a jar of cumin I bought, and I find a bottle of cinnamon. Now, mind you,
so did you do the right thing? Go ahead and do the cinnamon challenge.
No.
Okay.
Now here's the thing: I have like a nearly full big thing of cinnamon, a sealed other big thing of cinnamon, both from Safeway, which, mind you, Safeway is a grocery chain out in California. They don't have Safeways out here in Massachusetts. So I brought more cinnamon than I will use for the next year or so from California with me. And I do not need more cinnamon. So,
but you got it.
but I got it because they stocked the cumin spot with cinnamon. And cinnamon's is the same color as cumin.
I was going to say this is right up there with the TDRL filter. Why did I delete something that told me to delete?
Don't you ever look at the bottle before you put it in the basket?
I looked at the spot on the shelf. They had those like plastic things that say what's on it with the logo and everything, and you reach the jar because the shelf is holding up the jar sideways, so you don't actually see the label on the jar. You see the spot in the shelf, and you grab a bottle with brown powder in it.
I wonder if it was actually stocked wrong, or did somebody smoke you on that one and put it in the wrong place? It could have gone either way.
You know what? That's not my problem. That's Stop and Shop's problem. They need to be on top of that shit.
Damn it.
As many times that's happened in the supermarket, I've learned that lesson long ago. Why can't you?
I didn't get to see the tweet on that one, though.
Hey, Stop and Shop, could you maybe not stock the cumin spot with cinnamon? Tacos ruined. Thanks, Stop and Shop. To which Kristen replied, just to clarify, we did not actually put cinnamon in our taco meat. We did.
Well, I'm glad that she clarified that.
Yeah. Well, when I teased her for it, she thought I was serious and deleted it. I was like, no, don't delete it.
Speaking of your wife, I was almost going to have you see if we could press her into service for something. But we probably don't have time now. Do you have the? Can you bring up an NHB Skype on your computer?
What, log in NHB Skype?
Yeah, log into the NHB Skype.
Well, will that kick you out of it?
No, not at all.
All right.
Oh, I didn't realize. Speaking of time, I got to go to anyway because it's getting dark, and I got to replenish the water supply.
Okay.
Replenish the water supply?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, have
I
fun.
don't have running water in the house, remember?
Just
Miss
drag a
Rita,
hose it through the window. You'll be fine.
It won't reach.
Buy a longer hose. You're one of those ones that expand when you turn the water on, you know, like. All right, I am logged into the AHB Skype.
Okay. If you would click on history,
for
the chat, and then
remember that time I had you clear the history? No, never mind. I'm a bit worried about what you're finding in the history.
No. No, this is some from last night. I had some fun last night.
All right, recent. Is that what I'm clicking on? Or?
No. There should be underneath recent. There should be one that says history.
I don't have something that says history.
You don't have one that says history somewhere?
My screen does not say history.
Oh.
But I did click on recent, and I got Jason. I got a phone number. I got Billy. I got Del Kitty.
The Del Kitty 167 is the one you want to look for.
Okay.
You want to look for the chat for her.
All right. I got her chat up.
Okay. And I had a little conversation with her last night during the show because I was bored for a while.
Okay.
And I thought that's what I'd do is we played mute music and we could have the part played by myself. And have you been able to find that yet?
I found that. So you want Kristen to read the part?
I thought that because it starts with the yesterday where it says hi.
Okay, hi. That's Del Kitty saying hi.
That's Kitty saying hi.
Okay, hey Kristen.
I'd have to find the appropriate mood music though.
Oh, okay. Well, you find that. We'll get Kristen in the room here. I might have to
enlist your help. That's right.
I may have to get up and walk because the fans are rather loud in here. I have a apartment filled with fans, you know, because I'm that famous. I bought them from Walmart. So I'll be. Are you gonna talk? Or?
No, I was going to see if I could find the appropriate music here. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, I think that will work. I think that will work. Yeah. So he's going to go see if we can talk her into it. Yeah. There's for the people out there don't know what I'm talking about. On Skype, there's always the little conversations that go on with the bots. And I always wondered how far you could take one of those conversations with the bots. And I actually found out. So we'll see when Johnny gets back if we can find it. What happened during the show, during the 5 Hit with Dune show last night, that by the way is on heatfmradio.com and nhbshow.com, 11 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays. That I was because I think, Johnny, when you log on, you probably see this pops up almost every time on you, doesn't it?
What's that now?
The Del Kitty 167 pops up.
Oh yeah, I've seen Del Kitty 167 pop up.
Yep, and she's on all the time, or whoever the bot is. And I said I always wondered. I've never really taken it very far to see how far it would go.
Okay.
And I was curious. Exactly how far.
Now how much money did she take you for, Dune? How far did you?
Well, I didn't get as far as the credit card.
Okay.
I didn't. No, I did not get that far. I wasn't gonna go quite that far.
Okay.
But I just needed a female voice to be able to.
Here, I'll turn up the headphones.
Okay.
There, we hear you.
Okay. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Today, you will be playing the part of Del Kitty today.
Hi.
Kitty, oh my God, it's you.
Hey, NHB, thanks for adding me. Found your username on the Skype directory. You single?
What is today? I'm single on the odd days.
Yes, I am finally single. It's great.
Sam I am, yes, with eggs.
Well, either way, it is okay with me. I'm recently single and just wanted someone to chat with. Can I ask you something?
Sure. I have Google.
Oh, jeez. Do you like submissive girls? Like the type of girls that want the man to take control?
I do have a TV with remote control. Does that count?
Lol, good. I like that. Here's a selfie I took this pic in the car today.
Ooh, she's hot. That's right. Cool. Here's one of me. I put the little smiley face up.
I'm a if I send a dirty one, promise not to show anyone?
I better ask my mommy.
Okay, I had a few glasses of wine here, lol. Oh, it's no longer there.
Oh, no. Can I put box of wine or real wine?
Yes, I'm real.
so it picked up on the reel. There we go. Woo! Thought I was some old PC in a basement for a minute.
You know, you'd like to grab me by my little waist and use me. Kissy face emoji. Let's camp each other, babe. Are you on Fling Society?
No, I'm on heatfmradio.com.
My username on there is badlover32. So, if you are all out there going off script, just go ahead and go find that person, everybody out there. Except my profile, it's free, so it's a girl to a guy advice.
I think that's where it stops.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you. That makes more sense when you do it that way. If I'd have read both sides, it wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Glad to help.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Yeah. See, I always wondered. It's funny. It's funny how that actually picked up on the word "real." Which I thought was funny. That
yeah, there's certain keywords it picks up on that sometimes it picks up on them in the wrong context.
But I got to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done with Dill Kitty. But so there you go. So the next time you sign on to Skype, when she pops in and says hi to you, you'll have to pick up the conversation.
I'd like to see the pictures she sent, though. Did you save those?
They actually come up on mine.
Oh, well, you got a screen share.
Oh, let's see if I can. Well, actually, you know what? I'll have to. I'm on a different.
Maybe they're cached on yours because mine come up with the image you are requesting does not exist or is no longer available.
When I click on it, it does say that. It does. I will. Gosh, how can I do this? I'll have to
find your cache.
I'll have to. I have missing cache. Don't you tease me, Johnny.
And check your cache. The cached CACHE.
Open
cache.
Quick, copy link. No quote message. No. Okay. I don't. It's a Mac. There's no cache in a Mac. They keep all the cache.
They keep all the cache.
They keep all the cache when it comes to a Mac. I'll have to do a screen grab on it, and
I see, because you had the pictures in your chat. Is what you have.
You know what? Hang on, I can actually accomplish that. I had forgotten that I have the I have the capabilities.
You have the power.
I have the power. Show. I can do it this way. I can skin that cat this way. Screen share. And okay. Oh, yep. That'll work just fine. Let me bring up my Winder. Where is it? Right there. There, and I go to. I'll click on me, and then I'll go to screen share because if I don't say it, it doesn't happen. And then I go start screen share. Boom! There she is.
Ah, not bad. Now, where's the naughty one?
That's her. Johnny's like, I've already seen this one. So we got that one there, and then we got there would be the. That's not totally, but there you go. Now I guess here we go. Is that actually the same girl?
I don't know. I don't care either.
Okay.
Hey, if those are two different girls, that's cool with me. That just means I'm talking to two girls. As long as there's no cups involved, we're good.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So there you go. So if you want to go on Skype and talk to Doe Kitty 167, that's what she looks like.
That's totally believable that a chick that looks like that would just randomly
drive around biting her lip and then decide
randomly messaging dudes hosting internet radio shows bragging about her single status.
That's right, and then get home and bear all in front of the TV. So there you go. Once again, I just have to hope that the wife doesn't come walking in and go, "What the hell are you looking at?" I have to totally blame Johnny.
Does she ever listen to this show?
I don't think so.
Right.
But that was fun. I had some fun last night, though. I don't know which one I like. The part of I had to ask my mommy. I was hoping it might pick up on that, but it didn't. It didn't pick up.
It's some type of a filter like, "Oh, you're a kid. I'm not going to talk to you now."
I shouldn't talk to you. No, but what she do? Boom, popped this photo just like that. pops that right on out. So, and I'm really upset because all this time, she's been. If you go back to the history, she's been saying hello for what, months now.
Yeah.
We've just been ignoring her all this time.
I said hey back once, thinking it was an actual listener, and got a response. I was like, oh, damn bot. So I've known Del Kitty's a bot for some time.
Oh, well, we know that. I just wondered.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how far the bot went.
Yeah, well,
now we know.
The bot will send a nudie pic.
Yeah, that's right. So there you go.
Now we know.
That's right. Some bots will send nudie pics, some won't.
Yeah, and now I'm going to have to test this the next time I do a show and see if I can get a different nudie pic.
You never know. Yeah, because Del Kitty might have more than one person.
I might have to start collecting, Del Kitty nudie pics. Got to catch them all.
That is freaking brilliant. There's your new show theme.
There we go.
That's it.
The Del Kitty nudie pic show.
That's right.
Mondays, 6-8 Eastern.
Starring Johnny Gators.
Or 8 to 10 Eastern, I mean. Yeah.
And you have to screen share this from Brian's computer. That way somebody can walk in and see him with it.
No, I'm going to screen share it so that it shows up on Brian's computer full screen.
What could go wrong?
It's funny. The last show, Brian was talking about how he was talking to the missus, and she was, kind of like even asking him, like, so wait, where are you doing the show from? And he's like, oh, from my, little office room area.
The man cave.
And she was like horrified that people are seeing the mess that exists in this room in their house. Like, what? You're letting? Oh, you're not moving.
I didn't die again, did I?
For a moment, it looked like you did.
I it actually started. Colt. Rico wrote in and says, "What's up there?" Or was up? Oh, was up. I don't know what he's talking about. Was up there. What's that mean?
That means Rico's been a bot all these years, and we've just figured it out.
He's saying "what's up" or "was up" or something like that. I'm not sure.
No. I think he's supposed to say it. "What's up?"
Oh, that's it.
Because that's how Rico talks.
Oh, hey, there's somebody actually in the Vaughn chat room. We're like what, 10 minutes away from stuff being done, and
yeah. You got here just in time.
Hoodie 420, which could be one of two people. It could be actually. I'm sorry that the thing's so choppy. It's screen sharing from another thing. So that's what's going on. Hoodie 420 is a guy on Vaughn, and it could be a girl on Vaughn. It's both. A guy,
or it could just be playing someone's hoodie, as you know.
No. I've actually watched. They actually, it's a music station that they play. They play music.
Cool.
During the day, because I think the girl's name is Shaz or something like. She is not from America. She's from somewhere else. So her time slot's a little different, and then sometimes he's on, and then she takes over his chat, which is always fun to watch. But me living in the world of the iPad, I can't do all the fun stuff. I just have to deal with it. Oh, man. Yeah, but I got to say, the show you missed was last night's show. The 5-Hit with Dune on Saturdays, man. That's the one to watch. This is the boring one. This is just Johnny and I talking.
Hey, wait a minute now. I take offense to that.
I will take offense to that. Oh, well.
You just got to spend like an hour hearing me rant about trains and cars.
Trains, and you got to hear some really kick-ass, dialogue between me and Del Kitty 167.
Yeah.
From last night.
And you got to see Kristen's pink hair.
Mm-hmm. And whoever Del Kitty is, biting her bottom lip and then doing whatever she does.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out.
Bearing all for the camera.
We're going to know, is this the real Del Kitty? Or
no, we should have done a Google image search on those pictures.
Oh, you got way too much time on your hands. I don't.
Well, it takes like 2 seconds.
I'll have if I can find that cache you're referring to, I'll send that to you, and you can check that out. You can check.
We'll just do that next time. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I've had 2 beers today.
Oh man!
When you have steak for dinner, you got to have a beer with that.
Oh, that's right. You've already eaten, have you?
Yeah, I eat before I do the show.
Eating something like that.
There's
something. There's the past tense of done, stuck stuff in your mouth and closed it.
I done.
Okay, that didn't sound right. That sounded horrible.
I done went and had the eats.
You had the eats. You done had the eats.
I don't know if that makes sense or not.
You're all in on the eats.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I still got some, salty nuts to snack on later.
I don't want your salty nuts.
Keep your hands off my nuts.
You keep those damn nuts to yourself.
Those are my nuts.
You and your nuts. I don't.
They bought them for me and mine. You go buy your own nuts. Keep your hands off my nuts.
That's right. We're not going to go there because people get kind of freaky. But oh man, well, so there will be a show tomorrow. You will be on. Insert.
Yeah. We'll pull up the window here. We'll be doing the show on.
Insert title here.
Tomorrow we'll be talking more about the poll, and we'll see. What new things I got going on, and what Brian's got going on with pies and things like that, and plus maybe I'll maybe I'll get stuck in the train and we'll be talking about why the show started late. Who knows?
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong when you rely on a state-run mass transit system every day to get home?
Well, it could be worse. I don't know how, but it's something like that. We'll have to figure that out. The whole thing, it's like next week. I don't know what to do. The 5 Hit show. I'll have a week off this week. And then Saturday, I'll have to figure something out. I don't know. Maybe I'll put up a poll. Maybe I could do that. I never thought about that.
Yeah, you could do that.
I may get 2 people. I get like Sir Mars. He'll email and say coffee.
Well, his vote doesn't count. He doesn't even listen to anything anymore.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I never thought about that.
I take issue to these people that vote on things and then don't listen. Like I got 10 retweets to do that Power Glove show. Did only 2 people tuned in?
Well, that's not cool.
And you were one of them.
I was one of them.
And you were 3 of the retweets.
I stuck to my side of the thing. Absolutely. I stuck to it. Oh, well. We'll figure out what's going on. Hey, by the way, I didn't even talk about there's a new show coming to NHB.
Oh, yeah.
Did I even mention that? I should have got the guys
We mentioned that, but we didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk about that. Next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Outlaw Radio is coming to NHB, which seems to have taken you by surprise.
We got a bunch of outlaws coming.
We'll have to talk about that after the show. Maybe we can discuss these things, the off-air stuff.
Just take the thing off air. I'll stay in the hangout this time.
Oh, I guess I can stop the broadcast and we'll still be in there, won't we?
Yeah, we can still talk in the hangout and just
Gotcha. And I'll turn the phone off and all that stuff.
Yeah, turn the phone off. Make sure it doesn't say live.
That's right, all that good stuff. But we'll figure it. But yeah, anyway, that's the guys from over in Sky 106. What it is, they've been wanting to do their show early. They've been wanting to start at 8. So that's why they're moving. And hey, there was nothing happening on NHB at 8 o'clock on Saturday. So they'll start at 8 and at 11, and then you have to change stations. And Dune comes on, and then I don't know what happens after that. Well, I'm curious because either Johnny comes on or then Vamp comes on, something like that. We'll fix that post. We'll make that happen. But oh man. So what's the week looking like for you? I mean, other than Taco Tuesday.
Tuesday. No, I don't have.
And then Cheesecake Wednesday.
No, I have Taco Saturdays. I make tacos on Saturday.
Oh, I was talking about the work thing.
Oh, the work day? I don't know. I haven't looked at this week's CUDA menu, so I get an email in my inbox every morning telling me what it's going to be. But I found out that my digestive system is happier without bananas in it.
There you go. Now, is it like the old saying of when you're doing the Atkins diet and things aren't just quite what they used to be, kind of deal? Or what?
Things are, basically, it's complicated. You don't want to know the details.
I don't need to know these things.
There are people.
It's Sunday. There's people who don't need to know these things.
Well, let's just say there's people like my sister that will leave their mark in every restroom in the country.
Oh, God.
Okay, and there's people.
Okay.
And there's people like me that I like to keep that stuff at home, and so my goal is to make it through the day without having to make a deposit, and it's been getting more difficult to do when I increase the banana intake.
Well, that's what happens when you do these things.
Yes.
Oh, well. You have to. So what you're saying... No, okay, we're stopping. We're not going to say it. Oh, gosh. Well, people out there, nhbradio.com is the site. Use it often. Use it wisely. All kinds of cool stuff on there. Trust me. Or don't. You can go and check it out. If nothing else, you can see the Twitter feed. Oh, my God. Isn't that awesome?
Follow us all on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not following all of us on Twitter, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, all the screaming I do every time I get pissed off, it's great fun. For everyone but me.
Hey, for the people over in hoodies, I'll be over there and check you guys out here in a little bit. We're getting ready to go off the air, so we'll get to going. Oh, man. It's going to be a long week.
Yeah, well, next week's going to be a short week, though, because I'm taking off the 18th and 19th and taking a long weekend down the shore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, until next week, take care, stay out of trouble and all that good stuff. And I don't know. We'll make something work. So, Johnny, stick around. I'll cut all this other stuff off, and we'll be back.
Game over, man.
I'm glad that's over.
Man, that was awful. Boy, I know. You know what I hated most? What? Everything stunk.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Just blow this joint.
It's time to blast off for Dreamland. Don't go away mad. Just go away.
Let's call it a day. Everybody, go home.
Good night, lady.
See you later, alligator.
Go in peace, sin no more. I'm out of here.
Now, run along and play with your little toys.
Oh, it just gets worse and worse.
Please come again.
Up here. You're starved to demons. The top is clear.
Not.
We are leaving.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oi, super radio.